talking about the 5 themes of geography. And our first theme is location. There are 2 types of location. There's relative location, and then there's absolute location. Relative location is you're giving the location of a place using another place as a reference. So you're giving the general idea of where something is located based off of another place. So an example of this is you might say Mrs. Kump's favorite restaurant is across the street from Target. If you know where Target is, you know where, in the general idea, where Mrs. Kump's favorite restaurant is. Relative location. There are different ways to use or say relative location. If you look at the bottom, it's in white. It says northwest of Paris. You're giving the general idea. You're not giving the exact location. You're just saying it's northwest of the city of Paris. This helps you to know a generic area of where it is located. Some examples within Pennsylvania. If you look, Chambersburg, you can look at Chambersburg. You can say Harrisburg, which is our capital, is east of Chambersburg. I'm not giving you the exact location of Harrisburg. I'm just telling you where it is in relation to where Chambersburg is. The second type is absolute location. Absolute location is the exact position. And there's 2 ways for absolute location that you can give the absolute location of a place or a thing. In this case, you can give the longitude and latitude lines. And we're going to talk a little bit more about latitude and longitude lines, but they are the imaginary lines that are on our globe, on our world, that helps people locate a specific point on our Earth. So you can use longitude and latitude lines to find absolute location, but you also may use like an exact address. Cam's North address is 1957 Scotland Avenue, Chambersburg, 17201. So if I gave that to you, you would be able to know exactly the address and where to go. You could get in your car and drive to that address and get to the exact spot. So we have 2. We have absolute and we have relative. Where relative, it gives you the general idea, whereas absolute gives you the exact location. Coordinates help us to find locations. You can see here on our map of the globe. This is a political map of the world. And the way I know that is if you look at the title, it's a little fuzzy, but it says political map of the world, right? So looking at this, you see lines going across the map, kind of flat, going across like this, you see? And then we also have lines that go up and down. Now these lines that are going up and down are called longitude lines. And then we have latitude lines, which go across like this. And if I give you a latitude line and I give you a longitude line, then you should be able to find an exact position. So say I'm going to use the equator, which is one of our imaginary lines, and I pull it across, and you give me 0 degrees latitude, which is our equator, and then you also give me the longitude of 0 degrees. I would take this line, and I would follow it until I met up with this 0 degrees. And that gives me an exact location, and it looks like maybe even an island off of the continent Africa. So coordinates, also known as longitude and latitude lines help us to find the exact location. So it helps us find the absolute location of a place. Where do you live using relative location? Where do you live using absolute location? How would you use that?